Dog, what do you think of the Sealegs?
Hi, we're going to try something a little bit different today, and rather than doing a walkthrough video of the boats, we're actually going to do a little interview with our very own Russell Hayden. So we're going to sit down today. We are at the home of Sealegs UK. We've got a couple of models just over here as well, and then we've got some pre-owned stock boats that are just behind us that are always on display here as well. So we're just going to give a little bit of background about what we are, what we're all about. And also we're going to start off with the star of the show is Russell Hayden. Russ, when did it all start with the Sealegs crazy boats?
Well, we first introduced Sealegs with Salterns Brokerage back in around 2011. So Sealegs were coming into the UK from about 2005. We saw a gap in the market and a way to expand the brand and launch it further into the UK. So yeah, from 2011 to present day.
And did you always think they were a good product and a great idea?
Interesting question. First time I ever saw the boats were at the Southampton Boat Show in 2005. They were on the water and I saw these boats sat there with wheels on, and I thought, what is this boat? And basically dismissed it and walked past it. But it wasn't until 2010 when I got to have go on the first Sealegs and realised what a serious bit of kit it actually is on the water and on the land.
And how many have you supplied in the UK now?
There's now just under 300 Sealegs in the UK being privately owned and commercially used by their owners.
Who buys these?
Yeah, so pretty much we've got pockets of Sealegs all over the UK, different areas, Scotland, Wales, down on the south coast, all over in different locations. So, and potentially the customers that tend to buy these boats are waterfront property owners, private island owners, anyone with access to the water and needing the necessity to get from water, from the land to the water quite easily. So.
And can you drive them on the road? Is that?
Officially, no.
Yeah. Right.
So they're not for road use. A lot of people are using them on private lanes and accessing onto beaches and stuff like that. But officially, no, not for road use. I think with the amphibious boats, the main point with the Sealegs is it's an aluminium constructed hull, and it has a chassis that runs through the hull, giving it its ultimate strength, both on the land and on the water. So that is really the key point to the boat. It's a very rough and tough kind of product, so it's designed for use on the land and also on the water. But yeah, very very strong product. With Sealegs obviously producing boats from 2005, there is so many things that they've learned over the years on the right way to do it and the wrong way to do it as well. And now we've got to a point where we have got an absolute premium product that works both great on the land and on the water.
And then we've got a couple of products here then, and you were saying earlier you were excited about these products because they offer something new and different. So we've got with the Sealegs 7.5 here, and also the larger 9 metre. What's so special about these ones?
Okay, so pretty much the Sealegs 7.5 came out in about 2020, around that period.
Yeah.
There was a real big call for customisation of boats, and the owners really loved the usability of the boats, but they found that there was lots of questions they wanted. Uplifted parts on the better seating configurations, fridges, sinks, to make it more of a family boat, family orientated boat, rather than just a people carrier for moving a boat or moving people from A to B. So the 7.5 came out back then, and it's evolved in different layouts, where there's kind of pretty much 3 different layouts. You've got a social layout, which gives you a wet bar, a fridge, a shower, a sink and social seating area. And then you've got the all-rounder layout, which again, different configuration of the seats, which is quite nice. And then we can even go back to, if we've got a customer who's got the requirement just as a people carrier, then we can basically produce the commercial version, which is just the console, the engine, and then rows of seats. So if somebody did just want it as a people carrier, we've got that.
So clients can go onto the website and go and have a look, and they can choose the configuration, what works for them, and
absolutely
where they have the T-top and
the
different configurations. That 7.5 there. What's unique about that particular boat then? Because this is a new powertrain in here then.
Exactly. Yeah.
Right.
So this one here is the 7E. So this is an electric driven boat So what this has, it's conventionally the aluminium hull with a 200 horsepower Yamaha on, which is the same as the petrol hydraulic boats. But this one here has got electric drive, so it's electric drive on the wheels. So what you have, all the systems work exactly the same, but instead of a petrol running a hydraulic pump, you have a battery running electric drive motors on the wheels. So what that in effect gives you is about 30% more torque on the power putting through. The use of it is very simple on the functionality. As a user, you basically turn it on, press the button as you enter the water, all the legs come up and down on one press of one button. And also the main key feature to this is obviously when you have a petrol engine, you have an exhaust, so you have a noise when it's running. With the electric, it's absolutely dead silent. So as you're landing onto beaches, a boat like this can be quite intrusive coming onto a beach.
Yeah.
So anything to make it just quieter and stuff like that works really well, and that's where the electric really works well. The nice thing is
that's massive.
yeah.
It's
It's a
you
game
put
changer.
so you've got the outboard engine, but the hydraulic system's powered by the inboard engine normally, and that's it's quite noisy.
Yeah.
What it is.
Yeah.
Powers up the system, and then so that one is quiet. It's an electric motor, and you just hear the motors running of the
Absolutely.
of the wheels.
Yeah.
So what we'll do, we'll show a bit of video footage.
Yeah.
While we're doing this, you can
Yeah.
see sort of the terrain, because I think probably the best way of describing that, we're going to take the boats out today and then drive them up the beach and
Yeah,
just show
absolutely.
what sort of terrain it can do. But I've been lucky enough working alongside you, the boat shows and the demonstrations and what you showed me, that
Yeah.
it would drive up a step, it would drive up a steep incline. As you've always explained to me, that if you can walk on it, you can drive a Sealegs on
Absolutely.
it. So its nemesis seems to be sort of muddy, deep, thick, oozy mud, which
Yeah.
nothing will go through anyway.
Yeah.
That's the only problem. Other than that, stony, rocky, inclined, soft, sandy beach.
Yeah.
It'll do the lot.
Yeah, and also there are situations where, as you get used to driving these boats, and let's say with softer mud and stuff like that, rule of thumb, if you walk on it and you're sinking it, the boat will potentially sinking it. But in saying that, as you get used to the boats and as you drive them more and more, there's different techniques where you can release pressure out the tyres
Right.
to give a bigger footprint.
Like a 4x4,
You
you
got
go
it.
in. Wow,
Yeah.
cool.
So you bring it down and give a larger footprint on the tyres.
Yeah.
Now, sometimes on softer ground, what you can do is turn the boat around because
Okay.
it goes as quickly in reverse as it does it forward.
Yeah.
But what you're actually doing is you've got
Double the traction.
exactly.
They're interested in this. If they have a waterside property and they're not sure
Yeah.
about whether it will get up a beach or whatever, what would you go and assess it? Can they send you a photo, video? What's the best way?
Okay. So
where does someone get
So in the early
started?
stages of an inquiry, if someone comes to me, normally what happens is somebody sees the boat, sees the boats out there, and they're like, maybe this could work in my location. The number one thing that I always ask a customer to do is send me through a short film via WhatsApp or email or whatever.
Of the slipway of the
I ask them to walk the actual route that
Yeah.
they would absolutely want to drive the boat on.
Yeah.
And normally show me a low spring tide,
Yeah.
so I can see the lowest seabed, I can see the surface, I can see if there's rocks or anything there and stuff like that, and I get them to walk it and film the actual as their footprints are walking on the surfaces, and from that normally I can ascertain whether the Sealegs is going to work in that location or
Sure.
not. And
What's the most popular model? What's the best seller?
over the years, it's been the Sealegs 7.1 was a really, really popular boat. But then, like I was saying, when the 7.5 came out with all the different seating configurations, that has really accelerated on the sales, and that's the number one seller in the range for the UK market.
So if someone's got a 7.5,
Yeah.
there's now electric powertrain, so
Yeah.
there's another option for them to change into. And then we've got it's got the supersized. It's got Ash filming today. So you show a bit of this one, Ash. We've got Sealegs 9 metre. It looks like a beast. I mean that 7.5 is big, but
Yeah.
this is a big old beast. So if someone wanted to go bigger, then we've got the 9 metre here.
Absolutely. So yeah, with the 9 metre, obviously it steps up on overall length and overall beam of the boat as well. And again, where Sealegs have changed the configurations, i.e. they've introduced the HydraSol dashboard where the inboard engine sits and the hydraulics, that's a fixed unit there with all of the workings of the boat pretty much in there. So what you do have with a 9 metre, you have a huge deck space, so you can configure this boat in all kinds of different arrangements. Like on this one here, we've got like a large bench seat across the back. We've put in the social layout here with the it's got the fridge and the sink and bits and pieces. Then we've got 4 suspension seats up forward. So all of a sudden it really does, you can really customise it and produce a bigger boat with more capabilities as well.
The boat's amphibious, it's got all that capability. How is it as a sea boat? Is it good?
Yeah, absolutely. So in the past there's been lots of amphibious creations like cars and an amphibious car, for instance. They've been being produced for a long time, and those kind of products, they're like not great as a car, and not great as a boat at all. Sealegs have absolutely nailed it. So what you have got here is a product that is a really rough, tough kind of boat. It's just designed for rugged use and that. And where you have an aluminium constructed boat with a chassis running through it, you obviously need that for the strength on the land because of the flex in the boat potentially, and when you're carrying lots of fuel and people and stuff like that, you need a really rigid hull, which this has. So that's great on the land, but what that also adds is as soon as you get the wheels up and now we're a boat on the water, you've got a seriously rigid framework of a hull, and with that chassis running through it, it's just solid. So if you're out there on the water on, let's say, a standard GRP RIB, you'll be out there jumping around, you'll jump off a wave, you'll land it a little bit wrong, you'll hear some nasty creaks and groans and stuff like that. With a Sealegs there is absolutely zero of that, because it is so rigid.
And the other question I always had before you did the sea trial was regards to the wheels, and they get in the way if there's a bit of swell or a bit of chop. You've got 3 wheels there coming out of the way, but I was amazed that the back wheels then just come out of the way and then sit behind the transom, so there's no issue there. And that front wheel just comes up and it comes so far clear of the bow, it's never an issue, so it runs flat. Again, I think we can show some.
Absolutely. Show when we're out on the water. And
when we're out on the water and playing around with that.
One thing that people have to realise is this is not a rib. The only rib thing about this is it's got a rubber tube on it. It's an amphibious craft that's been designed from the ground upwards. Okay, so this is a really unique product. Okay, so it's not just a rib, so you can't class it up against a rib. It's an actual amphibious craft.
Amphibious craft. Oh, brilliant. So let's go out. us today. We've gone out from our home marina. We've been over to Studland today, and we're over in Sandbanks now. We've just pulled up here on the beach. Great, thanks a lot, Ross, for today. We've had really good fun filming this today. It's been out and about. Nice to get out the product as well. And if you're interested, give the team a call. Also, subscribe to our YouTube channel. If you like what we're putting out, subscribe to our channel, and there'll be loads more coming your way. Thank you.